Igbo ekenekwa m unu. Nya Orji Uzor Kalu nechala anya n'ụwa ọpụta. A failed former governor, a failed senator, a failed Igbo man. Necha anya n'ụwa ọpụta sị anyị ndị Igbo na-enide etielu Tinubu. That's na Peter Obi ama mmeli Tinubu in election. Orji Uzor Kalu see me free and fair election in Nigeria today. Peter Obi echigbu Tinubu tigbuo ya na Lagos ya. Ọ claim now. Peter Obi echigbu Tinubu. Tigbuo ya n'ime backyard ya. N'ime room ya. Imam Potana as ndị Igbo vote for Tinubu. Why you as a former governor you failed, as a senator you were a failure. You're a total failure. Somebody like Orji Uzor Kalu needs to be arrested today. Kobiakwe who Diego Abia State weme. All the CEs of Abia State. Kobiakwe who weme. Under your leadership, Abia State was one of the worst states in Southeast. Under your reign. Agowanda Abia State. I go your government as one of the government that failed Abia State today. Alex Otibazi here. Put Abia State in the map or didn't know to pull that veil which Abia State. To pull ya chake. Emeponoji rigid as if he vote to Tinubu. Because no need never bad partner in crime and corruption now who name. Ke vote onya konwe ke puchikla alone mego. Konyo zagale batakwa on veil with this thing veil kwa no ye jenga that is shame will call upon you people. A few years ago, Kine Bakwa, na Senate House. Kita isa vote with Tinubu. Iya semu mwagi as Orji Uzor Kalu. Ka iya semu mwagi that you did well for Abia State. Can you tell your son, bidaka na Bible, bidaka no gugwalo sebuno, bidaka nwaye that you did well for Abia State? Nonsense. And end of this video.
Recently, at a meeting in Abia State, His Excellency Orji Uzor Kalu advised the Igbo not to vote Obi. He told them to continue voting for Tinubu. Even though the Igbo never voted for Tinubu and we never vote for Tinubu. He encouraged them to vote for Tinubu and APC. He told them that a vote given to Obi is a wasted vote. Orji Uzor Kalu claimed to be a political scientist. He's very laughable. Well, that's another day's discussion anyway. Well, His Excellency Orji Uzor Kalu, let me put this thing clear to you. You can pretend all you like, okay? You can also attempt to sell lies to our people. But one thing you cannot wish away is the fact that Obi won 12 states in 2023. Igbo land happened to be only 5 states. So where did the other 7 states come from? It's a simple question. Tinubu that INEC and the Supreme Court declared the winner won only in 12 states too. And Atiku Abubakar won in 12 states. So if we're going to use the spread, which was your analysis, if we're going to judge the next election based on spread, I will tell you equally that Obi won the election because Rivers State was stolen from Obi. Obi won Rivers State. Obi won Nasarawa. Nasarawa was stolen from Obi. Obi won the federal capital. So if you add Rivers State, Nasarawa and the federal capital, Obi won in 15 states. Tinubu won in 12 states. Atiku Abubakar won in 12 states. Even in the numbers, Obi won the most of the votes in that election, regardless of those abracadabra and the minorities and all those, you understand what I'm talking about. That happened in Rivers State, in Nasarawa, in Lagos, in other places. Obi won the most votes. Obi will beat Tinubu again in 2027. Now, all these things, all the fixation APC is having with the person and personality of Obi, where they have followed him from Labour Party with the faceless people who keep going to court, down to ADC, they keep injecting this court confusion, and now the NDC with another minion, going to court. It's just that APC is so jittery about the person of Obi. Why are they jittery? They know that Obi won the last election. and Obi is going to win the next election. The punishment and the poverty APC has brought on Nigerians is so bad that if you go to the street, no average person in the street wants to see APC. Orji Uzor Kalu, if they don't tell you the truth, make I tell you, your party stinks and smell. Your president, the performance of your president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, stinks and smell. It risks nothing other than corruption of the highest order. What APC has done in the last 4 years is to borrow and spend and to punish Nigerians and to put more Nigerians in poverty. Many more Nigerians have receded into poverty than they were before 2023. So how are they going to vote for APC? The Igbos are the smartest voters in the country. They don't vote bad leaders. Go and check their record. From voting Obasanjo to voting Yaradua and all that. Look at their record. To voting even Abiola. Check up our records. They don't vote bad leaders. So they're not going to vote Bola Tinubu, regardless of what you say. Now, you might try to play down on Obi's popularity. You know Obi is so popular. Obi is an enigma. That's actually what he is. Okay? Obi is a political colossus. Look, Obi is a political wild wind. He's blowing across the country. And he's taking over the country. And he's taking over the country in the most organic manner. Obi will beat Tinubu again. He did beat him in 2023. He will beat him clearly in 2027. He will beat him in Lagos. Regardless, unless this election is not free and fair. But well, I know the APC only hope on rigging anyway. For your information, you claim that that Labour Party rigged the election in Abia State. Orji Uzor Kalu, it's laughable when you say that. You know that Alex Otti and Labour Party actually defeated your party, the APC and the PDP in Abia State. Presently, Alex Otti will beat any other governorship candidate in Abia State, including the ADC, the APC, including the NDC governorship candidate in Abia State. You know why he's going to beat them? He has the record on his side. He has performance on his side. He has probity on his side. He has accountability on his side. He has good project and judgment on his side. He has empathy on his side. He has care for the people on his side. That which Otti has is what you did not have as a governor. Otti has made your 8 years as a governor of Abia State looking so little and inconsequential. It is a fact you have to deal with. That Otti came in and in 3 years, his 3 years has achieved more than your 8 years. In fact, minus Samun Bakwe, there is no governor in the Southeast that can compete with Otti today. His achievement is standing like a colossus, above and towering, above and over all other governors' achievements in the Southeast. The only person to compare Governor Alex Otti is Governor Samun Bakwe and our father Michael Opara. These are the governors. In fact, it's going to be a landslide. It's going to be like tsunami. His next election, that's how it's going to be. I'm sorry, sir, you may not like it, but I will ask you to start planning on what you guys do, right? Your party's fixation on Obi is because people knows that he won the last election and he's going to win the coming election. That is the reason you guys keep popping up, all kind of faceless individuals to go to court and distract the man. And that's the reason you guys are so struggling, doing everything in the book, to make sure that it's not on the ballot, because you guys are so scared of standing an election with Obi, because you know Obi is the guy to beat. And Obi will beat your Igbo. Have gone beyond advices, from people like you, Orji Uzor Kalu. This need to be said the way it is. Igbo do not listen to people like you anymore. Orji Uzor Kalu, you are no longer a force in Igbo land. Our people do no longer listen to you. We don't relate with you, okay? Have it at the back of your head. That your advice is like an advice of a roadsider, not even a political scientist anyway. Thank you, sir.